Hey everyone. So the other day I was having this discussion with my boy. He's at that point now where I like having serious discussions with him. And as we were driving, we're in a car, I saw this other beautiful looking school bus. It wasn't a school bus, but a Mercedes bus. And the car was looking very fun. And I pointed out the car to him. And I said, Hey J boy, would you like to be driven to school in this car? And he turned to look at the car, and this beautiful car was gliding along. And he turned back at me and he shrugged his shoulder. It doesn't matter. And I was like, what doesn't matter? Do you like the car or you don't like the car? It was like, it's a nice car, but it doesn't matter if it takes me to school or not. What's important to me is that I get to school and I get to school on time. Mind you, this particular boy of mine, he likes good things and he has things that appeal to him. Apparently, he hasn't gotten to the point where he's into cars or anything like that. And so for him to say, it doesn't matter to me, what is important is that I get where I'm getting to. I was like, okay, this boy doesn't care about this one. But I picked an important lesson there. You see, talking about covetousness, it seems like sometimes it's very difficult for us to see ourselves covetous. But let me tell you, when the time comes and it gets to something you like, something you have an affinity, something you are trying to get, and then you see somebody, a friend or somebody who you feel is less deserving, when you see such a person have it, you are going to feel that tinge of jealousy. You are going to feel, I should have this. When is it going to be my turn? And in as much as you can do a good job of suppressing it, it is there nevertheless. And so I picked this lesson from this boy as a trick or a mind game to help with covetousness. And so whenever you have that feeling like I should have that thing, or this is something that somebody else is doing, I should be the one doing it, you ask yourself this question: am I going somewhere? And this is the conversation you need to be having. When you are having those conversations with your mind and you are thinking to yourself, because most times when we are covetous, we're not saying anything about it to anybody, but it's happening under your head. This conversation is something you should have with yourself. The first one is, I am going somewhere. I am going somewhere important, and I know I am going to land to this somewhere. I am going to land there in one piece. I'm going to get there on time. So, number one, I am going somewhere. Number two, I have a provider. It is not entirely up to me to provide for myself. I have a father. I have a father God. I have a father in heaven. So you first of all have to convince yourself that I am going somewhere great to happen. And secondly, I have a father. And the third thing, which is the key thing that ties it all together, if it is necessary for where I am going to, I'm going to have it. Number one, I'm going somewhere great. Number two, I have someone who cares for me. I have someone who is going to make sure that I get where I'm going to, and I'm getting where I'm going to on time. And I get there, in one piece. And if I'm going somewhere and I have a provider, if it is necessary for where I am going to, then it's going to come along. And if it's not necessary, then I'm going to be fine. Because remember, I will arrive. So the key thing is arriving. If arrive fine, if I arrive on time, then all that I needed would come. And if it is not needed for my journey, then I actually don't need it. It really helps. And I'm telling you, this is something you can think about. For those of you who take time to ruminate over thoughts, run this logic through your head, and it will help dissipate some of that uncomfortable feelings. Bye bye.